Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick update for everybody today on my March results for taking Zepbound. If you recall, in February on the 14th on Valentine's Day was my 52 week. Now we're going to go through how I've done throughout March with changing my medications and what's going on. We'll also just touch a few key things going on in the news right now, and I do want to let everybody know that today is a sponsored video. We're going to be sponsored by GoPure today. I've received multiple of their products. I have used their Neck Tighten and Lift Cream for over a year now because, as we all know, in losing weight, your neck kind of starts getting a little what I call turkey neck. This has been what has worked for me the best. I'm not going to say that it 100% gets rid of it. However, I see a huge difference when I use this versus when I don't. My husband and I went out to dinner with some of our friends, and I knew that I did not use it. And then in some of the photos, I could see kind of like this wrinkly effect that goes underneath here. And when I'm using it, it kind of smooths all of that out. Then I can do my shadowing over it, and it's not as noticeable. So this is actually my personal second jar of this. They also sent me some brand new as well. And they let me try the new arm cream as well. Now they asked me, was I interested in trying this? And I feel like that was a duh type moment. This is their Sculpt and Tone Arm Cream, and we also know that as you start losing weight, you get those like bat wings or like crepey skin underneath here as well. These are two amazing options, and right now, depending on when you're watching this, of course, if you're watching it right when I post it, Amazon is having their spring deals right now, and you can grab both of these on Amazon. I will tag those down below for you guys as well. And I know everyone's going to ask, just to get it off the bat, I've only been using this one about a week. I will tell you all that I have already noticed difference in my underarm skin kind of smoothness just in the past week. So when they asked did I want to work with them on other platforms like TikTok, Amazon, YouTube, of course I said yes, because I'm going to work with products that I know I love, I use, and I would recommend to other people. Let's go ahead and get started today. Today's video is going to be through my personal week 58. I am still on the 12.5 milligrams per the Weight Watchers Clinic. I have, for the past few weeks, kind of left the decision up to her whether or not she wants me to stay on the 12.5 or not. The reason that we have stayed on the 12.5 is I was removed from Cosentyx back in February. Maybe even end of January. The decision was I was coming off of Cosentyx. It took a while, as in like 2 separate PAs had to be submitted to the insurance, which they denied both of them from my rheumatologist. And then a third one had to be sent after my doctor's office had a conversation with the medical professional, the insurance company. I say medical professional because I still really don't think that there is one, but after my rheumatologist had a discussion and the pharmacy at his hospital had a discussion with them, they decided on a separate drug they would let me try, which was the Bimzelx. I just started the Bimzelx about 2.5 weeks ago. That's how long it took for this to kind of happen. So I went well over a month and a half without any type of autoimmune medication. I was really hurting. It was really affecting me. And the Cosentyx had already stopped working for me. In essence, the Cosentyx was only making me gain weight and not doing anything that it should be doing. So I was happy to come off of that. The Bimzelx is, I believe, working for me, or it at least is working better than what the Cosentyx was doing. I do still have kind of like the soreness here and there, or my back will catch here and there because I do have ankylosing spondylitis with axial spondyloarthritis, with sacroiliitis, and also enthesitis. Yay, what mouthfuls, right? So I do have a lot of different autoimmune things going on where I don't want my immune system attacking my body, right? It's also allergy season at my house, and I'm a little nasally. I tried to like do my nose spray and everything before we started, but I'm also on Allegra D, which can affect some of your blood work and your blood pressure. I'm also on Singulair, which I've never taken before, but my new primary care provider, who is okay with me being on Tirzepatide, and actually gave like 2 thumbs up to that. Yay, I found a new doctor, right? He has me on an inhaler, on the Singulair, on the Allegra D, on nasal sprays, because I am basically allergic to every tree in this Ohio Valley area. This is not my time of year. So I've been struggling a little bit with that. I have a lot of drainage and things going on. So if at any time I am difficult to understand, I will try to make sure that there are captions below so that you can understand me. I think I'm okay today though. I've done all the stuff and things for a few weeks, so you can actually understand me. All right, so there's good news on the front here. Because I am no longer on the Cosentyx, which was making me gain weight, and we were doing the teeter-totter moments of, oh, I lost some, I took the Cosentyx, I gained, now I gotta wait for that to come back off. The Benzellix does not, knock on wood, have that effect on me as far as the weight gain from what I can tell so far. So I'm just on the Zepbound losing the weight now. So for the month of March, today is the 27th, just so you guys know when I'm filming this. As of the 27th, from the very beginning of March to now, I have lost 8 pounds. That is probably the most that I have lost in a month since the very beginning, okay? I would typically range a couple of pounds a month, and that's why it's been much, much slower for me. I've also sent that over to my Weight Watchers Clinic doctor for her to kind of do an evaluation. Does she think I need to rotate back down? Is this going to end up being too much weight lost? I would venture to say that by the end of the month, I will be around a 10-pound weight loss for the month of March. And I think that they want you to stay within a certain percentage of weight loss each month when you work with the Weight Watchers Clinic. The great part about this is I am able to eat, which, as I've reminded you guys multiple times, if I don't eat, I don't lose. So I've been eating basically all whole foods. I have been ordering the home chef meals. If you guys are interested in that, I'm also going to put a link and a QR code up over here where you guys can save money and grab those as well. What I love about the home chef meals is that you can get whole food ingredients. Most of it is already prepped for you. Most of it is already pre-measured for you. So even my 8-year-old can make these for us, and she's been making us dinner and doing an excellent job. And I'm making sure that I'm getting in the high protein plus the vegetables and fruits that I need. I've been making Joe cut up like fresh pineapple every week. I'm really into pineapple. I'm really into strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. Any kind of berry right now is kind of like my go-to snack. I also got myself these from Amazon, and because there's like Amazon deal days right now, I do want you guys to make sure that you go down below and look at the Amazon storefront link. Go look through my Amazon storefront, look for deals. Make sure that once you get to Amazon, you can also go into your orders. And what I want everyone to do is go to where it says buy again after you've gotten there, right? And look through everything that might be on deal right now. I want you guys to stock up on your vitamins, on your protein, on your toilet paper, whatever it is that you typically buy that is going to cost you more money than it does right now. For instance, I got my MitoPure and my NAD Plus for a fraction of the price that it normally is. And speaking of my MitoPure, my urolithin A from Timeline, this is something that has helped me personally not only maintain my muscle throughout this process, but also, in my opinion, build muscle. So even though I lost 8 pounds this month, my subcutaneous fat went down according to my handy dandy Renfo scale, which is probably also on deal. I'll make sure you guys look at the list that says YouTube products. It will have everything that I've ever mentioned on any of my videos, and then it should have like a little red thing if it says that it's on deal, okay? The scale, I absolutely love. There's also a measurement tool with Renfo that you can get that will do the measurements and then also keep up with all of your body measurements for you within the same app that keeps your weight from the scale as well. So according to my scale, my subcutaneous fat went down in the month of March, as well as my visceral fat. Yep, Yeah. Visceral fat went down, which I've been trying to work on. So I'm so excited for that. My muscle is up again. My water is up. My protein is up. I'm super happy with the way that the month of March has been going. My clothes are finally fitting better. I've been getting out all of my old clothes that I had when I used to live in Florida before I had gained all of this Cosentyx weight or autoimmune weight. And things are finally fitting. So I feel like spring is going to be like good for me, except for the allergies, and I'm ready to go. I will also go through very quickly a couple of things that's going on in the news. The most promising thing that I'm going to start out with first, because it's like, go with the bang, right? MIT scientists have come up with a way to what they say paint GLP-1 on to antibodies within your body so that you do not have to take such a high dose of GLP-1, and it also lasts longer. That's right. They've done a study and they've published it right now for peer review. I fully look for either Novo Nordisk or Eli Lilly to buy this from them and own it and basically go from there. But this form of painting the GLP-1 onto the antibodies within your body is a new type of technology they're going to be looking at. According to their study, it does say that you have to take a fraction of the dose, and the dose was lasting up to 15 days within the mice. They were looking at their blood sugar. They were looking at their weight. They were looking at a lot of different things within the mice, and 15 days is what they're saying it lasted on a fraction of the normal dose. So I think that's definitely something that some of these pharmaceutical companies are going to be vying for, of who's going to be owning that technology and patent it as quickly as possible. Additionally, you have a lot of people in government who are kind of going back and forth on what Medicare is going to cover, what Medicaid is going to cover. In Kentucky, Andy Beshear kind of vetoed a lot of the changes that they are going through because he said he's not going to further delay things for Kentuckians. You might want to go and check what's going on in your state and what your governors are voting on for you, and make sure that you are writing them if you do not agree with what they are doing. Additionally, a lot of the companies who are offering the direct-to-patient services, like Eli Lilly and also Pfizer, are in a lot of the senator and governor's crosshairs right now. They are pushing back, saying that this is in fact a kickback between doctors sending them prescriptions straight to them instead of the insurance companies. If there was ever more of a time to pay attention to who the people are that are complaining about that within government, to know who's getting a kickback from the insurance companies, now is the time. I feel like all of those politicians who are like fighting back on this for something that is good for the American people, that is cheaper for the American people, are definitely people who are being funded by the insurance companies or backed by them or paid to go and fight this. There is a reason that there still has not been PBM reform. Everybody needs to wake up, figure that out, and figure out which one of these politicians are being paid and kicked back from insurance companies. Novo Nordisk has come out and said that since we have tariffs now with everything coming into the US, they are going to have to raise their prices of Wegovy and Ozempic. Right when we were looking at lowering the prices, they've come back and said, nope, we're going to go back and make them higher again. So this continues to be a battle. I do suspect that a lot of people are going to continue moving over to compounds because you got it, compounds are still going, even though legally and also in federal courts, they've been told that they should not be. They definitely are. I've even checked in the local compounding pharmacies here that a lot of our physicians at the hospitals utilize. That's just right across the river from us. They are still going. A lot of my friends that are doing compounds are still getting it as well. So I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what's going to have to happen for regulated drugs to go back into effect. But right now, you can still get compounds if you want to. And so I will put up my link for Emerge. I did also contact Emerge to find out, hey, are you guys still going? Are you still sending to people? And they said, yes, they are still business as usual. If you guys would like, I can reach out to them and ask them which pharmacies they're getting from. Are there additives in those? Because when I first did my research, they did have some options, which was out of Florida. that did not have any additional additives to it, such as the B vitamins, which I personally am allergic to B vitamins. So I am kind of excited to see where this goes. There's multiple court cases, multiple court hearings, multiple judgments being placed on the compounding pharmacies at this point. However, I don't know that even when there is a final decision that they're going to stop, just because there is so much money being made. It is just unreal. So on one side, you have our government telling manufacturers they can't sell to us cheaper directly. On the other side, you have the government telling the compounders that they can't sell to us cheaply. And it's like, at some point, everybody's going to look at who the common bad guy is. Hope everybody has an amazing week this week. I do want to remind everybody that it is both Target Circle Week as well as the big spring sale at Amazon. You can always shop with me over on LTK, where I'm putting a lot of my fashion finds and also product finds, such as with GoPure. These, I do think, if you guys have never tried them before, you at least need to try them. And when you do, I want you to give me your feedback down below on your thoughts on these products. I love these. Like I've said, I've bought this one multiple times already, and then they just gifted me one, which is kind of like, you know, hey, thanks, now I don't have to buy it next time. But I buy this one all the time, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to buy this one all the time as well. With this kind of drastic weight loss that I've been having lately, I do know that the skin's going to start getting looser quicker. The good thing about losing slower throughout my whole first year was that my skin did have some time to kind of like retract and come back to itself, as well as when you're working out and you have muscle kind of building up underneath of it, then the muscle kind of takes the place of the fat that's there, and then you don't have as much of saggy skin. You don't have as much of the saggy skin. I do recommend that everyone at least tries to get out and walk, especially since the weather is getting better. Walking is one of the most phenomenal exercises that you can do. I personally have a treadmill and a Peloton bike and really a full gym downstairs with weights, so I have no excuse, even if the weather is not good. So my husband and I have been working out more, and hopefully I can, with my urolithin A, I can just keep watching my muscle go up. That is my hopes and prayers at this point in time. Remember, you guys can always subscribe right here on YouTube to follow me. You can see me over on TikTok and Instagram, and Like to Know It at Living Large and Lily. And then you can also see me on Instagram over at KetosisMom, and Amazon at KetosisMom as well. I am still doing Amazon live streams. If you guys ever want to come over and join in live, all you have to do is go to amazon.com/shop/KetosisMom, or you can also just go to ketosismom.live. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.